So I know I do one of these every year, and I usually fail at it miserably every year, but wrote another goals list for 2018 this time. We all know how this will go, and a lot of it is the same old shit that ends up on the list year after year after year, but it seems like every year I'm dropping more and more of them off, but some newcomers do weasel their way into them, so it's still kind of fun to look at. I don't know if I'll do the bi-monthly check-ins or just do it like quarterly or what. I know I kind of failed on the last check-in with last year. Quite a few of you know exactly why I weaseled my way out of that one, because I was like, oh, one of the biggest ones. That definitely went out the window, but yeah, so anyways, just gonna dive into this. I've already failed at a lot of them hardcore, but you know what? We're only on, day 9 of the year? That doesn't have to be a make or break at day 9, you know? I mean, we're still picking up speed, so anyway, getting into it. So the first one on here is start exercising again, even if just 3 times a week. So I feel like to make a goal to exercise daily, that is never going to happen. Even best case scenario, realistically for me, that is never going to happen. And it's ludicrous to expect myself to, and as soon as I, fail at it, my brain takes that as, well, just don't even bother at all, because obviously you already failed at it, so what's the point? So that's stupid, and I figure, okay, let's go with a more realistic approach here. So I figure, if I can even get into a habit of 3 times a week, maybe by next year I can inch it up to 4. I might even eventually hit a point where I can do 5. I doubt there will ever be a point in my life where I do it every single day. That's just me being real with you. So, there's that. But, 9 days in, I've only really done it once so far. Because I went on a nice walk, literally first day of the year. Wanted to the next day, was really cold. Then it's been raining, ever freaking since. And yeah, that's a kind of shitty excuse given that I have an exercise bike. And I've debated getting on it, and then I always find an excuse to not get on it. So it's just like, okay, I really need to pull my butt into gear, actually do the thing, lose the extra 15 pounds I got on right now, but I am kind of enjoying having some boobies for once, but yeah, the extra 15 pounds needs to go, even if those go with it, but anyway, so that's one on here. Next one is clean the bedroom, organize the bathroom. The bathroom isn't so much dirty. I keep it clean. It's just that it gets cluttered really quickly, really easily. But that one is actually pretty easily remedied, although it would be nice to organize, the drawers and cabinets and things, since that always gets overlooked. It's as long as they shut all the way, good enough, because out of sight, out of mind, right? But yeah, I feel like I need to go through them and, organize properly, declutter a bit, do what I gotta do. But the bedroom, though, oh, Jesus. Yeah, I need to really buckle down on that, because it still has not been addressed. This has been going on since the year my grandma died. That was 2013. Yeah, it just, oh, God. It's so stupid that I am still just letting it slide. I mean, every time that I start getting somewhere with it, then some shit comes up, and I get sidetracked, and next thing I know, it's 5 times worse than it was before. And I'm like, oh, come on, self, just get your butt in gear and do the thing. It's gonna suck to do the thing, but once you do the thing, you'll feel so much better. It's kind of like the thing on South Park with the underwear gnomes, step 1, steal underpants. Step 2, step 3, profit. But what's step 2? We don't know. Yeah, I kind of feel like that with the room. With this, just the part with actually doing the thing. I don't know, but yeah, I know damn well I need to actually freaking do that, but it just still, as of yet, admittedly, full disclosure, not happened yet. I wouldn't say it's worse than ever, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I need to tackle it. Try to list one new Etsy item per week. Yeah, 9 days in, I already failed on week 1, so I may try and list 2 items this week to make up for that, so it's not a total wash already, but, I find that Etsy does work best when you're constantly listing new items. Just for knitting and crochet items, it is very hard to list something like every damn day. So realistically, I'm like, if I do that, I will have carpal tunnel in no time. So one a week though, on top of keeping up with not made to order, but keeping up with orders as they come in, the ones that I have to make to order. Those, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the most realistic approach here. So, try to complete more things from the work in progress list. That I also need to revisit, cull the things that are obviously just not gonna happen, add some things onto it that do need to be finished. You know, I need to go through that list and revisit it. I haven't done that yet, much less have I completed anything from it yet. 'Tis what it is. Get more inventory built up for Etsy. See, that would have been great if I had done that last year, and I say it every year that I'm gonna do it, and then I never do. And then Christmas time rolls around, and I'm like, oh shit, if I had just done a little tiny bit every week, I'd have a nice stockpile built up by now. But no, I dick around all year, and then the holiday rush comes, and I'm like, how do I do all the things in time? Panic! It would be so easy to avoid, and yet I never do it, and I always regret it, so we'll see if this is the year that I actually get my butt in gear. Finish listing the rest of the pocket backs on eBay. Yeah, I need to do that, because they can't sell if they're not listed, and I'm not using them, so I may as well sell them. So, you know, there's that. Publish a book! Realistically, do I see it happening? No, but I mean, I feel obligated to keep it on the list anyway, just in case. Just in case. I mean, I gotta write a book so I can publish a book. So odds are it's not happening, but I mean, you never know. You never know. Weirder shit's happen, so work harder on normalizing eating habits. I've explained this so many times on this channel. I have the weirdest damn eating patterns ever. I fluctuate between wanting to eat all the things all the time and basically not stop at all, to I eat like 1 time a day, no snacks or anything, just 1 time, that's it, and I literally don't even get hungry the rest of the time. There's no middle ground. It's one extreme or the other, and it's a fucked up relationship I have with food. Yes, I've suffered from eating disorders before. No, I've never been bulimic, before anyone asks, but I have issues between anorexia and then compulsive eating. It's a really jacked up combo of issues to fluctuate back and forth between over and over and over and over, and always seem to be in some sort of limbo space, pulled between the two. I feel like I don't know what a healthy relationship with food actually looks like. If I'm being 100% honest with you, I don't. That's why I'm always trying to find some sort of like normal middle ground, to where I actually have to either make an like concerted effort to try to eat like 3 just normal meals a day, which virtually never happens, even when I'm working at it. At best, usually I end up with like any combination of 2. Could be lunch and dinner. Could be breakfast and lunch. Could be breakfast and dinner. That's about the best I get. I can't seem to make myself do 3. I should pull this down a little bit because I realize it's angled weird. But, yeah, I don't know why this is so hard for my brain, but it is. It's so stupid. But yeah, I've been trying to do the thing. I haven't really succeeded at it very much so far yet. So far, I think the best I've managed to do is 2 again, which, I mean, 2 is better than 1. Or sometimes none, so I mean, I guess I shouldn't complain too hard, but it's also better than just non-stop stuffing my face all the damn time non-stop, so, I mean, that's closer to healthy. It's more of, I really need to, like, evaluate the mentality behind it and see if I can dig deep and get to, like, the actual root of whatever the hell it is that's behind my issues that have basically been lifelong with this, because I, honest to God, had these issues as a little freaking kid. So, yeah, that's why I say I don't know what a healthy relationship with food looks like, 'cause I don't think I've ever had one. I think it was always jacked up to one extreme or the other from day one, so should I go to therapy? Probably. Am I going to? Fuck no. So, I mean, I'm just being honest. At this point in my life, I am not as open to it as I sometimes am. When I am open to it, that is not what I go for. I'm sure at some point down the road, I might explore that avenue. Right now is not a time where I am willing to do that. Just, yeah, I'm in my own mode of self-help right now. And on a lot of things, I've actually been doing good with that. Before you go, no, that's stupid, I'm like, yeah, well, my life, not yours. But anyway, moving on. Aim to post at least 26 ukulele or guitar videos this year. Why 26? Because there's 52 weeks in a year, and if you cut that in half, that breaks it down to like one every other week. Now, does it need to actually be spaced out to one every other week? No, I would just like it to add up to that altogether. I could do like 5 of them back to back in 1 week and then nothing for several weeks if I freaking well wanted to. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't care how I get there, just I figured I'd give myself a solid goal. Maybe I'll hit it, maybe I won't. No skin off my nose if I don't, but it's nice to set a goal. So, where did I leave off? Get more variations of current items up in shop. Yeah, I need to do that. Continue expanding product lines. Need to do that. Almost worked on that today. Then I didn't. YOLO. Okay, learn new techniques. I don't think I've learned any yet this year, but, actually, no, I take that back. Kinda sorta did, because I experimented with the alcohol-based markers, and I'm learning how to shade with them, so technically, yes, I did. Anyway. See if I can earn $4,000 in Etsy earnings this year. I mean, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do to control that. It's up to just the economy, but it would be nice. It'd be very nice. I don't see it realistically happening since last year was the lowest year since 2013, earnings-wise, with Etsy. That was not cool. But again, there's not a whole heck of a lot I can do there. It's up to the economy, so... write more patterns, that I need to do. And the worst part, I have several, literally in notepad documents on my desktop that all I have to do is write them out properly into full-fledged out patterns, and they'd be ready to go. Because I jotted down notes as I made several different original items. All I need to do is do the thing. It wouldn't be that hard. It's just time-consuming and a little bit of a headache to do it. But I have the hard part done already. It's just, why I don't actually do the thing, I don't know. I suck. That's why. Okay. Let's see here. Start playing piano again? Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, do I see it happening? Realistically? It's anyone's guess. I mean, I'm gonna try to make the effort, but I mean, I'm making no promises. But just as a general goal, it'd be nice to throw it out there to the universe. Maybe it'll stick. Maybe it won't. We'll see. I didn't think I'd realistically pick guitar back up last year, and yet I did that. I didn't realistically think I'd pick drawing frequently again back up last year. I did that, so I mean, stranger things have happened. I mean, it could happen, just gotta actually do the thing. Okay, let's see here. Draw more, write more, create something daily. Those are 3 just back-to-back. They're just short, so I figured I'd rattle them off. Try to uphold photo challenges. Yeah, I haven't started any yet this year, so whatever. Try not to miss any days uploading to YouTube. Already screwed up on that one, but oh well, that's not deal-breaker territory, it's just a general goal to miss as little as possible, more than anything. Mostly since it throws your CPM down the drain when you miss days like that, so that's, being honest, for my real motivations to not miss days is that it makes you earn less money when you do, so. Let's see here. Try to get the YouTube theme days back on track. Yeah, as you've seen so far, I've failed at that this year. I got, like, Foodie Friday down. I think that was, like, the only one that I got down. I suck. But that doesn't mean I'm giving up. Just means I haven't pulled it off yet. Be more interactive on Instagram. I have a little. Not full blown, but I have a little. Stop blowing off people on Facebook Messenger. I'm really, really bad with that. I need to improve with that. My frigging social anxiety, that, like, it's such a bullshit excuse, but it's it's a real excuse, just it feels like a bullshit excuse to go to it as my go-to of, oh, well, this is why I, like, never respond to any of you. Social anxiety is just like, I want to, but then I get into my own head, and I get too scared to do it right away, and then by not doing it right away, I'm like, now it's been too long, now it'll be weird, so it's better to just not reply at all. It's like, that's stupid. I don't know why I do that, but I do that a lot. Like, if you're one of the very few people I actually don't blow off constantly on Facebook Messenger, consider yourself blessed, because there's, like, maybe 3 of you. Everyone else, it's like, unless I'm in a really, really good mental headspace, I generally socially anxiety out. It is nothing personal against you. It is my own friggin' stupid anxiety where I'm just like, I can't. It's like the phone thing. Oh my god, it is just like the phone thing where it's just like, no, I can't. The phone scares me. Same deal. Although, incidentally, I feel like I've been better about the phone than I've been about instant messenger lately. It's so dumb. Keep doing the movie challenge. I have yet to set up the folder for it, even though I've watched like 3 so far already this year that need to go in it, but work on Cabaret 54 or end it, no excuses. Yeah, it's dumb that I'm throwing like $200 a year at a domain space I have not updated in several years, so it's like, okay, if I don't update it this year, that's it, I'm closing it, so I feel like if Liza doesn't go back on the road this year, odds are she's not going to. And there's really not much point dumping so much money into a frigging fan site that I don't make any money off of, by the way, for somebody whose career is not actively doing anything. So, yeah, this is gonna be the make or break it year, and that is absolutely what I'm hinging it on for whether or not I'm actually gonna work on it anymore, because I don't want to waste my time on something that's not earning me money. As petty as that sounds, I'm basically working for peanuts as it is on the things I do earn money at. I have to focus my efforts on things that do earn me money. I can't just piss it away on things like that. I just can't. And that sucks, but that's life. So, if I ever get to a point where I'm earning enough money to where that's like a frivolous thing where I can do that and it doesn't break the bank, maybe I can revisit it, but right now I'm like, I can't just keep chucking $200 a year at this domain that I really don't use. I don't know, I might, like, keep the domain name for, like, the $10 a year or whatever it is. I'd have to relook at the pricing just to keep the domain name. But the site would not be active. Just so I could maintain rights to it, because when I defaulted on BeatleBabe.com, it instantly got snagged up by a freaking porno website. And they kept it for years. By the time they eventually defaulted on it, now to buy it back would be thousands of dollars that I don't have. So that's why I'm like, it took me years to think of another good domain name to use that I wanted after I lost that one. Even if I'm not actively using it, I'd rather at least park the domain space and just hold on to it in case I change my mind and want to use it for anything. It doesn't have to be for a fan site, but just to have the domain name and have the option there. Because, like, $10 a year, that I can live with. $200 a year for something I'm not actively using, that's jacked up, you gotta admit. So, and it's been sitting there untouched for, I think, like 4 years now. So it's like, that's like $800 I just pissed away. That's stupid. No more. That's why I'm like, if I don't work on it this year, that's it. So, and time's up in, I think, August on that. Since that's when you either gotta renew it or I gotta cancel it. So it's not even gonna be to the end of the year, it's till August. So, guess we'll find out. Alright, get back into daily reading habit, try to review a book per month. I have so far not yet done that. I don't know if it's gonna happen this month, but again, we're only 9 days in. I'm not gonna write it off. We'll see. I'm gonna try though. Maintain the meds schedule. I will admit I have already not been very good at that. Although, not for purposes of just blowing it off, but because my insurance changed, I have not even seen the new doctor yet, and I was just on my last refill for my asthma meds. So I'm like, in case it takes that long to where I can't get seen this month when those meds run out, I'm trying to like skip every other dose to like give myself some wiggle room to give myself extra time to get in there to get more refills. So that one is not me intentionally blowing it off. It's me trying self-preservation here. I figure if all else fails, I could probably call my old doctor and get her to add on one more refill onto it till I can get seen if I explain the situation, but yeah, just my paranoia is like, oh my god, what if she won't? And what if the new one won't until I'm seen? Just, yeah, freaking anxiety. And yes, a lot of you are probably thinking you should be freaking medicated for your anxiety. Yeah, I'm not going down that road again. Okay, actually get the dental issues taken care of. That needs to happen. Like, big time, big time. I mean, I still have that one tooth that needs to be crowned. I wanted to get through Thanksgiving, Christmas, and my birthday, in case it's like a painful endeavor to have that one done, because I'm not sure. I just figured I'd rather be on the safe side and just wait. Need to get that done. I need to get them to look at the guy down here, see if it's savable or not, because that's the one he's on the fence with, where he's like, I don't know if I can save it or not. So if they can, then I'll go through the process of the root canal and another crown there. If not, then I guess they'll be extracting that one and the one behind it, because that one we all know needs to go. And then I gotta have the wisdom tooth and the back molar pulled up here. And then over here, same deal. Gotta have the wisdom tooth and possibly the back molar up here. Not because there's anything wrong with it, other than there's no opposing tooth and it's drifting down like really far, to where I keep like clanging the next tooth over. If I go like this with my jaw, it all like bangs into it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that actually is starting to annoy the crap out of me. I'm gonna run it past my regular dentist and see if there's any way they could like just recrown it with a smaller crown so it still lines up with everything else, because I'd rather not have it pulled if I don't have to, especially since it doesn't seem like anything's wrong with the tooth itself on that one, but yeah, if they can't, they can't. It looks like a lot of extractions are coming my way, and I'm not having them done in one procedure. I'm going by quadrants. They can go this one, this one, this one. 3 procedures, otherwise, forget it. Because I don't let them knock me out to do them. Actually, I typically don't even take the gas if I'm being perfectly honest, and I had one wisdom tooth pulled already, one down here in the back. Fully awake. I didn't really need the gas. Like, they were in and out in, like, once I was fully numbed up, it was, like, literally 3 minutes. They were done. So I was like, that's not a big deal. That was not that traumatic, other than the creepy noises, so I really don't care. And for all future reference, yeah, unless I should have a really horrible experience, yes, I fully intend on being awake for all further extractions. It's way cheaper, and frankly, I'd rather not deal with all the risks with the anesthetic. They like to fight me on that, but it's like, yeah, no, at the end of the day, it's my call, because it's my body, so unless it's a life or death thing, I'm staying the hell awake, and I don't even want sedation. I know a lot of you are like, holy shit, you're nuts. I'm like, dude, no, I've had just about every dental procedure you can have done on your mouth at some point, at least once. It's not a big deal to me. I don't even care. I put on my headphones, I turn up my music all the way, and I basically get into a meditative state. But for how quick that guy is, I'm like, God, if the ones on top are just as fast, yeah, that is not a big deal at all. Just do what you gotta do, man. So anyway, that needs to be taken care of this year, especially since that wisdom tooth in the back over here keeps getting infected and making me frigging nuts. It's like, yeah, that little fucker needs to go, but I have to go in order, because if I don't do the one that needs to be crowned first, it will break if they put a bite block there. So once that's taken care of, then we can deal with this guy, and then after that, then we can decide which side of the top needs to go first. I would say this side just because that's the side that keeps flaring up. But I mean, they could do the other side. I don't really care. Just this Mueller has to be crowned, that guy has to be addressed, and then after that, it's anyone's guess. Get back to drinking 1 bottle of water and 1 cup of tea each day. Start weaning off soda. I feel personally attacked by myself for writing that down. But I'm just like, I know that it's a thing I need to do. Even if I just cut back on it and not, like, 100% gone, I do need to cut back on it. Even if I got to just, like, drinking one every other day, that would be an improvement on the current situation. I mean, at least I'm down to only drinking 1 a day. That's already a huge, great deal better than I was at one point where I had, like, 3 or 4 in a day. So, that's an improvement. But it's just like, I feel like I could do better without 100% having to give it up. I feel like I could do 1 every other day, and if I can get it down to that, I could probably do it like once every 2 after that point. And then it's like, it's spread out enough at that point where I'd probably feel like I could take it or leave it. So, it's a process. It'll no doubt take me a while, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna give it up 100%, just being honest. But cutting back on it is basically the goal. So, sort the damn beads. Oh god, I sat down. I was considering working on it today. And then I went, nope, not today. And that's as far as I've gotten with that so far. Invest in more wire mesh cubes to help with the yarn storage. The wire mesh cubes are what you see back here, by the way, in case you're curious what I'm talking about. Since those are the same dimensions as just the regular pop-up mesh ones I have out in the middle of the room, just the wire mesh ones cost more. So it's like, I'd like to upgrade to more of those and hook them onto this and just have it be bigger and have more squares, and then take the ones that are in the middle of the room and have them be up against the wall where they should be in the first place, and then have all of that room opened back up. Because that's basically all that's over there, is a shit ton of those cubes stacked on top of one another in the middle of the frickin' room. But, yeah, if they were up against the wall, it wouldn't even look bad. But in the mesh cubes, since there's just the pop-up ones, they're kind of all lopsided on top of each other, and it looks like a frickin' disaster zone. So it's like, yeah, I would like to fix that. But the reason I got the pop-up ones is because when they're not in use, I can collapse them down flat and stick them in the closet or in a drawer or something, out of sight, out of mind, until when and if I need them again. But yeah, I mean, it's very doable. It just, they're a little costly, so the goal is to slowly buy more of them to add on. Anyways, so there's that. Keep working on communication skills. And that kind of sort of goes along with the Facebook thing, but I mean, it's more broad because it's not just that. It's like, in general, stop being a socially awkward little well, maybe not so much awkward, it's just a socially anxious person who's just like, people, I'm scared. Yeah, work harder on anxiety control. It goes with the other one, as you can guess. I mean, yeah, I've got my medical pot, even though in California now it's just legal for recreational use, but I really don't use it to get stoned. I don't think I've ever been stoned. I mean, I know I jokingly say it, but I have only ever done the microdoses, which one time I took 2 back-to-back just to see what would happen, and I actually hated it, so it gave me really bad vertigo, and I was not a fan, so I went back to just using them the right way, where I still feel fully functional. It just kills my anxiety. So, I mean, that's the only thing I really honestly use it for. I just kind of joke with the other, but yeah, anyway, so there's that, but just in general, I actually did work on my anxiety control somewhat last year, but I feel like I could do more to keep further extending that, because there's certain things, like, especially with projecting, I worked on that a lot last year, and I noticed a huge shift mentally for me. So I'm like, okay, if I was able to work that hard on that already, there's a lot of other like specific things I feel like I can work on to improve that just in general, when those are more under control, I just in general feel a lot more chill and at ease. So it's just like I've already seen a lot of improvement, but I feel like there's definitely more room for improvement because anxiety isn't a thing that you just get cured from. It's a constant thing you have to work at to keep improving, or just in general, you battle with it. So it's one of those things. And yes, again, I know a lot of you are like, get on meds. I'm like, no, I'm not going to. I've been on meds before. They and I did not get along well. I did much better with cognitive behavior therapy, but I did 8 years of that. I pretty much know the things I need to work on. That was part of why I stopped going, was I kind of stagnated because I kind of got so stubborn to where it was like, I am not comfortable working any further than this, and I'm not going to, and you can't make me. And that was my own deal. That's on me. I mean, if you're not willing to work to change a thing, there you could go to all the therapy in the world, but you're just throwing your money away because they can't help you unless you're at a point where you're willing to accept the help and try to get better. But it's just like, in general, at this point, I feel like I've learned enough to where it's like, I know the sort of things that I need to work on, and I know how to go about finding how to work on those things. So, it's just like, I don't need a therapist to do this. If I feel like I need a therapist, I'll go back to a therapist, but I don't feel like I need one right now. So, there was a point last year where I kind of felt like I needed one, but didn't. So, I don't know. Let's see. Try to double savings. That would be nice. Right now, that would not be a hard goal because I don't have much anything in there, but no, I know what I mean mentally, but I don't feel like throwing numbers out there because I don't feel like getting hacked again. Things like happened last year. I don't know if it was one of you guys. I don't think it was one of you guys, in all honesty. So, but I mean, just paranoia-wise, I do have to wonder. But no, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what website was responsible for it, and I've never shopped there again, and that seems to have fixed it. So, okay, keep making time for gaming. Surprisingly, I have not really done that yet this year. I don't think. I even got a Nintendo Switch for my birthday, and I still haven't, but my game that I went off eBay hasn't arrived yet, so to be fair, there's that, and I apparently also need to buy a memory card for it, which I didn't know going in, or I would have gotten that, like, day one. So I also have to wait for that to show up. Then I can play it. But I do have other systems I can play in the meantime, so. Improve overall organization. That is a very broad thing that can mean a hell of a lot of things, and I think I need all of them. So, get braver about experimenting with hair and makeup. It's not like a super important thing, but just a general goal where I'm like, I feel like I would like to do that more. And by actually writing it down and making it an official goal, I feel like maybe there's a better shot that I'll actually do the thing. Maybe not, but I mean, like I said, it's not super important, but I kind of want to do it, so we'll see. Not like hair color or anything, since, like, my body does not do well with hair dye, apparently, but just, like, style-wise, it might be fun to play with. And makeup, I mean, I did a little bit of dabbling with it last year, but I kind of want to do more of that, because especially since some of the things that I thought would look terrible, then I did them, and I was like, that actually looks really cute, and I like that. And other people liked how it looked on me, so I was like, why not do more of that, you know? So, anyway, that's all I have written down right now. I may add to this list as I think of other things, but as for right now, this is what the list consists of, so. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that light bulb on the other side of my room is going to burn the hell out. It's been flickering, like, LED bulbs, like, flicker like a bitch when they're about to go out. But usually after about 5-10 minutes, they knock it off and they come on all the way. It's been going, like, the entire time I've been filming, and it has not come on all the way, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna burn out, and I'm gonna have to go change it, so I'm gonna wrap this up. So anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you made it all the way through the whole thing, gold star for you. If you'd like to be subscribed to this channel and you're not already, hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts. They're all listed down below. And if you like what I do on this channel and you'd like to help support, the donation link is also down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, bye.